I've been making an add-on to a system called Morkborg, and this video goes over that system's character creation. I'll be sending this to my friends, so just to get it out of the way. Yes, you can have fat nuts. Morkborg is a tabletop role-playing game. Yes, that's what that stands for. This is a lot more lenient than D&D is, because if you're attacking in Morkborg, you maybe roll damage and then use an item. That's all. If you're attacking in D&D, you have to roll the hit, check their armor class, see if you pass that, and then roll whatever the damage on your weapon is. Make sure you add Bardic Inspiration if you're trying to do stuff with that, by the way, and then check how many spell slots you have, and then look at all your 90 million spells that you gain by level 5, and then look at your feats and attributes and... I hope you can see why I like more simple systems like this, because that happens every single turn in D&D, because even if they say they're going to prepare their turn, they're not going to. They're just going to sit and look at Instagram reels. I only use Morkborg as a base, which is basically just this rule sheet you can find on their website. But instead of their combat system, it's mine. And because I changed so many things, it's pretty much a whole new game now. It's just their base stats that are kept. I added items, spells, curses, and don't come after me. I know that D&D has stuff for this already, but I like doing it myself. It's real fun. Don't yell at me, please. Now let's do what the video is actually about, which is making a character. First, the stats originally from Morkborg. Agility, presence, strength, and toughness. Roll 3d6 for each of them and look it up on this chart. So these are our rolls, and these are our scores. Now we need to roll our stats, the new stats, all the cool stuff and all the spells and whatnot. We roll 3d6 and drop the lowest, and that's how we get our mana. Max mana of 9. Note down the 2 action points and 5 unit move speed that every character gets, and our stats are almost done. Actually, we're going to be coming back to the health later because it's changed by certain things. Now to determine what you look like. You can be a human, flowered, anthro, ooze, golem, cyborg, or a mirror morphed. Some of these are weird, like what is a flowered? Is that just a flower? No, a flowered is just a plant person, a golem is a rock person, an ooze is just a slime person, an anthro is a furry, a cyborg is a person with cybernetic enhancements, a human is just a standard body type, and a mirror morphed is someone who is explored throughout the area called the cracked mirror. Basically, it means that your body is just weird. But for this character, we're gonna make them into a golem. Their section says, you're a rock person. Choose which natural material you're made of. Add 1 to your toughness, subtract 1 from your presence, and start with level 2 armor. Now we change their stats a bit, add the section with our level 2 armor, and for the fun part, where we choose which kind of magic we use. You can focus on life, death, form, tech, or mirror magic. They're all just magic from the different sectors in this world. I feel like it's really hard to explain all of this, and if I don't explain what the actual world is, but I'm gonna go through it anyways. Life magic has their summoning, death magic has poison, form magic can move people, tech magic is basically just gambling, mirror magic debuffs themselves to do huge damage, and that's about all you need to know right now, because it's the basis for everything. And for this character, we're choosing death magic, because I wanted to be evil. After choosing your focus, you have to choose an ability from that focus. So here are all of them. I'm not reading this is too much, and I'm choosing for this guy at least, Potent Clouds. It makes every effect you inflict start with 1 more stack. We add an inventory section for the 2 untested mushrooms we get from choosing death, and we add our starting spells, which are Mycelium Growth, and the second one is a choice between 2 of them, but I forget what the other one is, but I've just written down that it is Spore Cloud that I chose for him. Finally, we calculate the HP, which is 2d6 plus 10 plus their toughness modifier, and we learn Mana Burst and Mana Shield, which are the basic starting stuff, so you don't have to have some empty slots, since you have 4 spell slots. I don't know if I mentioned that. And then we gain 1 small mana jar for free as a starting character, and that's our character. A golem that watches people suffer until they die. Now we just need to come up with a backstory while I draw them. This character is interesting because they use their own arm to cast their magic. Every character uses their magic in a different way, so in the same way, like, I've been watching My Hero Academia, so I'm going to reference that. In the same way that All Might uses his punches and Midoriya uses his kicks, different characters can use different parts of their body to cast magic. Some people will have some sort of thing on their head that they use to cast magic. You can do like laser eyes. If you are a mirror morph, you cast magic through whatever body part is morphed. In those people, you can lose a complete arm and just gain a wing, so you would cast magic out of like gusts of wind. Or, like in this guy, he casts magic just through his arm, but more literally, I guess, because it doesn't come out of his hand, it just comes out of the whole arm as it cracks. This feels weird, to just have 1 character, because we need, what, 3 to 5 people, since my party is a group of... Wait, it's... I'm gonna have 4 people, which is why this system is built for around 4 people. So let's make a couple others. Not 4, I'm just making 3 because I don't want to do that much art. The first character is a mirror morphed tech focused who has these stats and uses the ability optimized randomization. They're mirror morphed, so I can actually talk about them. Let's go. One of the most fun people that I've created because they're just like, they're like the tieflings of D&D, where they're just really cool, but everyone in universe hates them. These people have wandered into a section of the world called the Cracked Mirror. What it does is that if you stay in it long enough, it will start to morph your body without you realizing it. And eventually, whenever you do realize it, it is way too late. So this person has probably just stuck their head through a manhole that was dug in the wrong area, and now their entire top half is twisted, in a literal sense. So they cast their tech magic, which is just electricity, through their body, more their upper body, but their body in general, since it just morphed in this horrible way. The second character is a flowered life-focused, who has the ability Beefy Summons, and these are their stats. The options for flowered body type is, what plant do you look like? And this character is based off of an aloe vera plant. An aloe vera basically is just like a weird little kind of cactus guy. I should look this up. This is really bad explanation, but explanationing? What? All I know about an aloe vera is that the outside of it has little spikies on it, and the inside of it, once you cut it open, there's like a very thin skin to it. I say thin. It's like a plant amount of skin. I don't know how to explain that, but it's not that thin of skin. And then inside of it, there's a little goo. It's like, it's like, I don't know. I know it helps with like burns. If you get like a sunburn, put this on it, you'll be fine. And it works. I don't know how it works. It's got like magic in it. I don't know. But it's real cool. So I made this character real cool, real chill. Also to be a good contrast to the very forwardly murderous character and the very form of chaos character. So this one just wants to sit around, be a cool little guy. Finally, we have our party of characters representing all types of well, not all, but a lot of personalities, bodies, and focuses. The magic effects on each character are based generally on their focus, but it's still kind of influenced by their body, because our aloe vera person, instead of having their normal water, had this aloe vera plant water, juice, whatever's in the middle of them. And that's about all. I spent way too long in this video since I had to make a whole TTRPG system and now a bunch of characters for it and a bunch of drawings for those characters. So I'm probably going to make another video about enemies and the story and that kind of stuff about this world because I've spent way too long on this system to just make one video. Anyways, that's all I've got for now. Bye-bye. Oh, and I also did post about a character that I scrapped. They were supposed to be the aloe vera lady, but I realized that their body type wasn't actually flowered. They were just a person who was dressed like that plant. They were here. It's this person. It's a coconut themed lady. It's just that their body was themed around it. They weren't actually a coconut, so it didn't really work because they have to be physically morphed into the thing. So I had to be scrapped, sadly. But I really like how it turned out. I think it's kind of better. Maybe a little bit better. Anyways, that's all I have for now. Go, leave, go, shh, shush, shoo, whatever.